Hey everybody, I'm the Bat Otter, and today I'm coming back with another review of Sean Gordon Murphy's Beyond the White Knight. Now, first, this is a variant cover, so you can't really tell. This is book 2 in the series. Last one came out a month ago, so it's on track. That's good. It's refreshing to have a comic book series that isn't getting delayed every single month. But before we begin, be sure to follow me on Instagram. Check out all my stuff there. Put all my artwork there, all the updates on anything that I'm doing. You'll find it on Instagram, so go find me there at the Bat Otter. So this book, I just got it today. Read it not even an hour ago, and I had some gripes with the first one that it was going into a lot of cliches, and it seemed like nobody knew what was happening in that story. A lot of the people talked the same, and my big issue was it felt like it didn't have an editor. And I checked this one, before I read it, before I started recording, because I wanted to see if it had an editor. And either they don't credit editors anymore in the books, or this just doesn't have. Oh, hey, look. Let's see. Let's find out together. Okay, so it has 2 editors. They should be fired. They should be. This shouldn't. Writers are not perfect. That's why they have editors. So the book starts off with a little backstory on Terry McGinnis. He was beating up this thug. He's supposed to be arrested because this guy's like, you just assaulted an officer. And Dick Grayson is like, no, let's save the kid. And he gives him to Mr. Powers. And if you've watched Batman Beyond or know anything about Batman, then you know that Mr. Powers is secretly the bad guy manipulating Terry McGinnis. And yeah, Dick Grayson seems like a real jerk in this story. I don't remember him being like that, but like I said, I skipped the last one. What was it called? Curse of the White Knight, the historical drama. Yeah, so I mean, you get more of the same as you got in the last one. We get a bit of an explanation on the Joker. And to be quite honest, this book is going through a lot of cliches in the Batman mythos, and the best way that I can describe some of these things is if you didn't keep up with Batman, or you're just now getting into the character, then you're going to think all of these things are super cool. You're going to be like, whoa, Terry McGinnis is in the Batsuit, and Dick Grayson doesn't like Batman, and there's all this drama. But if you've been reading Batman, if you've been watching Batman, playing the games, all of this stuff has been done before. I mean, the Joker hallucination, it's like, oh, he explains it away. I'm not a hallucination. I implanted a chip in your brain. That is me, so I'm a hologram being projected by you. Which is actually going to be a plot device, which is, okay, I'll give him credit for that. Because he can hack into things, he can do different things to help Batman out, which is, okay, whatever. So, of course, they're going to have this stupid back and forth banter. And, I mean, the characters are just really weird. And here they're referring to a fight that happened in the first book. Joker is, I guess, kind of agitating a little bit. And Batman's like, it was a lucky shot. He's pouting like a baby. And I'm like, really? You can't have this menacing silhouette while Batman is quite literally pouting. It doesn't work. He's a 60-year-old man. What are you doing? So then he starts to have a panic attack, according to the Joker, for some reason. And they're like, oh, well, you're traumatized and this and that. Yeah, you get this cool cityscape. Like I said, more of the same from the first book. Duke Thomas doesn't like Dick Grayson. Seems like nobody does. And so they're going to try to arrest Batman. And it goes exactly how you'd expect it to. Batman beats the crap out of Dick Grayson. And then he feels bad for it. Whatever. It was a pretty quick fight. It happened over 2 pages. Nothing special. But of course the GTO is on the hunt for him because he broke out of prison. And there's beef. Because of course there is. Dick Grayson is like, fights with Barbara Gordon and says, well, you're only mad because we did what you couldn't. And all these other such things. It's actually a really short book. Not a lot happens. That was the only fight in it. Yeah, so here they argue. They say, Barbara is kind of being a little cocky, like, oh, you need real police officers. And Dick Grayson is like, you suck. And she's like, no, you suck, actually. And it's a back and forth. And Dick Grayson is just pouty. He's having a midlife crisis. She says it right there. Is it that midlife crisis on tank treads that you're riding in? She's referring to that. good point, good observation, very meta. Batman, he's going looking for another suit. And again, we get the silhouettes, where the silhouettes are the characters, and he's arguing with the Joker. He's like, stop calling me Batman, stop calling me Batman. And I always forget that this Batman was kind of a jerk in the original series, which worked until it didn't, because they're trying to almost make it like he wasn't a total jerk in the original series. That is the original White Knight. But they can't make him sound like he was a good guy after doing all that whenever they haven't really shown him being a good guy. It seems like it's very repetitive. He was locked up in the White Knight, and then he was locked up at the end of the White Knight. And it seems like at some point or another in Curse of the White Knight, he was locked up, and then he broke out of prison. And then, as you can see, he got locked up again. He's breaking out of prison. It's just a sigh. Like I said, it's a lot of things that have been done before, and they're just repeating them. And by them, I mean Murphy, I suppose. And like I said, the editors shouldn't be letting this happen. They should have been like, hey, man, you're kind of redoing the same story beats, the same drama, the same beef. It doesn't work after a while. It works once or twice, maybe. But third time? Come on, dude. Like, get better at writing. You guys know I review a lot of JoJo. So, the manga in theory and practice, there's a whole chapter, a whole segment in that book on why you shouldn't do that. Because then the story doesn't work. I'll explain it real simple. Imagine this. The character has to constantly rise or constantly fall. There has to be net change by the end of the story to make the story feel gratifying. There's no net change because the story starts with Batman going to prison, that's downward, but then it ends with him being out of prison or back into prison. At the end of the day, zero net change, and if all the stories end at the same point, it doesn't work. That's why it's not that satisfying a read. So he's trying to break into a house, get his old suit back. He finds it, and the Joker's all fangirling about it. And then Harley Quinn catches him, and you see the silhouettes of all three of them, and it's super nostalgic, despite the fact that he's done it for every single silhouette. It doesn't work. And Joker's like, oh my gosh, she's stunning, swooning. And he's like, oh, I thought you wouldn't want to see me. And she says, you're my husband. And Joker's like, what? And that's the end. We get some previews for the next one. I like the art. It's alright, I suppose. His next costume, you can see it here. It's cool, I suppose. This is the cover, black and white cover. The artwork is good. I enjoy it. This is the cover, the variant that I got. It's neat because it's that holographic almost. So that extra effort is always nice. It's not bad by any means. I mean, I read it and it was okay. It seems like right now it's all over the place, the story with Terry McGinnis. He's basically setting up things that, like I said, a normie wouldn't know, somebody who's just getting into the characters wouldn't know or understand. But again, if you've been keeping up with the series for any amount of time, then yeah, Powers is the bad guy. He killed... Never mind. I'll at least not spoil it if any of you haven't read it before, but yeah, I mean, it's definitely continuing. Characters have been set up. You can see their archetypes. Dick Grayson is a jerk. Barbara Gordon is smug. Batman is in denial of something, for sure. And there are going to be a lot of weird plot twists that work because they've never been done before, but also don't work because ultimately they seem like they're not going to have an effect on the overarching story, and they're just thrown in there as filler, almost. I'm probably going to keep on buying it. I'll buy it the next issue, maybe the next one. Because it's only a monthly. It's not even... Let me see. How much are these? They're $5? Yeah, it's $5. Good artwork. Good enough story that warrants the artwork. I'm definitely looking forward to seeing more of his take on Batman Beyond, which, again, we saw zero Batman Beyond in this book, titled, appropriately, Batman Beyond. Now, there's a caveat. It's Beyond the White Knight, technically, so... Yeah, as you can tell, I don't have a lot to say about it. Not a lot bad, not a lot good. It's just kind of there. So yeah, if you want to get it, go for it. I'm not going to stop you. I'm not going to tell you how to spend your money. If you got the first one, I'd say get this one. Might as well. Don't get the original cover, though. The original cover, have y'all seen it? Look. Where is it? It's in the very back. This is the original. No, hold on. What? It's embarrassing me on live TV. I look like a fool. Okay. Get this cover. This cover is better. That's all I'll tell you. Yeah, so, again, subscribe, like, comment, whatever. Tell me how you guys feel about it. I feel like it's really middle of the road. It's very safe. It's a very safe book. It's not doing anything particularly special or very bad. The dialogue definitely got better. It's not as bad as the first one. Like I said, they need better editors. That's all I can say about it. So yeah, subscribe, like, leave a comment, and follow me on Instagram. Again, @TheBatOtter. I'll see you guys in the next video.